Hello and good morning or good evening. I don't know what it is there. Logan gets a treat. Come on. All right. So, guess what? Today we're going to talk about your depression medications. Are they working? How do you know? You should track it. Okay. And how do you track it? Well, Logan, do you know? Okay. Anyway, so a lot of times you're taking medication and is it working? You know, do you know it's working? Do I feel any better? Now you can subjectively track that by saying, I think I'm feeling better today, but I'm feeling bad. But sometimes there's external things that happen that could literally make you more depressed, less depressed. So how do you track it? Now, first of all, I want to be very clear. You should always be talking and with your healthcare provider. That's your psychiatrist. Come on, your psychiatrist, your doctor, your therapist. Talking with them about whether or not it's working, but or just any sort of advice. So one of the things that um, they would use is something called a PHQ, which is a patient health questionnaire. Hopefully, anybody who's prescribed any kind of medication for depression has already taken the PHQ, and the one they like to use is the PHQ-9. There are other standards, but generally speaking, PHQ is what you want to do. Now, what is this? It's basically a standardized questionnaire, basically seeing how you feel, how this category. You're not writing anything. You're just choosing number 1, 5. I feel very bad today. Whatever it goes from 1 to 10. That's what you're doing, right? By the way, this is how I get him to stay here. And I actually recorded this video before. I'm using my new mic because I remembered to use it, and it was only partially in, even though I tested it because I pulled the laptop. But anyway, that's another story. I'm getting him to stay here. So, you and your healthcare provider um, should be using a PHQ. Sometimes doctors may not do that, they just prescribe you medicine, but then you take it into your own hands or talk about it with your therapist. So, what you do is before you get prescribed the medicine, you want to go ahead and fill out the PHQ. Like I said, usually it's the PHQ-9, and you get a score. And then at intervals later, you fill it out again, and you get another score, and you track that score. Like anything in life, you want to see if something is working. Your actions, your medicine, anything. And the way you do that, you have to track it. And if you are not tracking it right now, um, guess what? How do you really know objectively if your medication is working? And if you do find out objectively, and you and your healthcare professional agree that it is either not working or is working, then you have a course of action, whether to change medication for you uh, or whatever they decide. I One of the reasons I'm making this video is because one of the comments was about, hey, I'm not sure if my medicine is working, and I have a very close family member that is also taking medication for depression, and she does not think it's working. But I asked her, well, how do you know? You have a lot. She has a lot of things going on in her life, a lot of events that happen, which would make anybody feel bad. So I asked her about, hey, did, is there a score? Did you guys score? She had no idea what I was talking about. She doesn't even remember if she filled out a questionnaire or if they're actively tracking it. So again, track, can't say it enough, track whether or not your medication for depression is working with your healthcare professional, and make sure it is objective as possible. And that's why they use things like the patient health questionnaire. All right, with that, I'm about to go. Right, Logan? Anyway, I'm on my 8th day of taking Wellbutrin XL 300 milligrams, and I have the side effects of insomnia is pretty bad. Last night took me a while to get to sleep, and I stayed awake. I think I woke up at 3:20 a.m. and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So the only other side effect I'm having right now is a little bit of dry mouth when I'm sleeping. Not a big deal. And but the positives right now, and I'm very sensitive. That's why I'm seeing all this stuff in the first 8 days. But I've been taking a lot of positive action. I'm noticing a lot less feeling bad or thoughts going into my head, which I didn't even realize they were there already. Usually, accompanied with a feeling, or the feeling comes first, and it really stopped me from doing the things I wanted to do and needed to do in my life. And I find that I am really taking a lot of action, doing the things I want to do and need to do in my life. With that, bye, Logan, and you guys have a good day. Bye.